And for more excitement, now we're going to go for another big guy. We're going to have Robert Serna, whose background is boxing. He's been inactive due to the fact that it's difficult to get a fight date. But he doesn't let that either take his motivation down or even break his spirit. He's a fighter, and a fighter wants to fight. And this time, he's going to fight somebody from the house, Mattia Fonda, who has a lot to prove, and he's always motivated by his own daughter.
Absolutely, and you look at Robert Serna, he's a welder by day, so he's used to a lot of hard work. And he says that he wants to fight long enough for his one-year-old son to understand what it is he does or what it is he's done with his career. So he's going to have to fight for a while before the young man is able to understand what's going on. But he wants to have a long career, and he gets in there with a tough guy like Fonda, who's so experienced. He's a guy who's fought 3 southpaws in a row. That's not easy to do. And he gets another one tonight.
Yeah, and this is the one guy that we know he gets cut, he gets bruised, and he keeps going. He just doesn't seem to even feel pain. He just keeps moving forward.
Well, he says that he is always the shorter guy when he goes into fight, so he has to make adjustments. He has to get on the inside, he has to use angles, and he has to land his punches at, in the proper time. So it'll be very interesting to see if Fonda, coming off a big win in his last fight, we'll see if he can replicate that again tonight.
As a matter of fact, I want to go back to something Paulie said, that not only, or it was Goldie, I think, that said that not always the taller guy has the advantage.
That's
because
right.
He has to adjust to the shorter guy. So the angle of the punches actually change. Tonight is going to be one of those cases because we know Serna is used to fighting tall.
That's true. Yeah, Mattia Fonda is going to have to. He's going to have to get on the inside. He's going to have to use the corners, do some dirty boxing, and just let his hands go.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. How you?
I'm always
Let's
ready.
do
So
it.
let's go back to the table, guys.
Claudia, Bob, thank you very much. This should be a fun one as advertised. Big Mo, let's bring him in. As we look at our tale of the tape, the 35-year-old from Beeville, Texas, against the 31-year-old. Look at the reach advantage, Paulie. He lives in Milwaukee, but he's got a lot in common with you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, Italian-born Mattia Fonda has only a 68-inch reach, but he's going to try to close that gap quickly on Robert Serna. Obviously, look for Robert Serna to use that reach on the outside. I mean, that 11-inch reach, 4-inch height advantage. He's 35 years old, but if he can keep the fight on the outside, he'll do himself wonders. Mattia Fonda weighed a little bit more, actually. I guess, the Italians, we like to eat a little bit. 167 pounds. But Mattia Fonda, let's see if he can use that to his advantage to get on the inside and work around Robert Serna's height.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout on the card is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome to the Trigon, Mattia Fonda.
I mean, he said northern Italy is where he's from, right, Paulie?
Yes,
so
sir.
Some
Near
more
Venice.
farmland, right?
Yeah, well, near Venice. He's in the suburb, provincia of Venice, an area of the Italian flag.
Yep, and he liked Milwaukee because he felt like he could get out in the country and kind of have that same feel. What he didn't realize was lake effect snow off of Lake Michigan, and that's really cold.
It's very cold, but you know what? Milwaukee's got good pasta, so he's a happy man. This is a guy who walks around at 205, like 205, and then gets down to 166. And that's been one of the things that he's battled, is the weight part of it, because he loves to eat.
Molly, does Milwaukee have good pasta?
I've never been, so I wouldn't know.
That may mean Benny's crazy.
Hey, with beer, anything tastes good.
There you go. Or it may mean he's never gone. Mattia the Reaper Fonda, born in Venice. Trains out of Rufus Sport Academy. My good buddy Duke Rufus, Scott Cushman. Also has done some training at Mike Valley Striking. Blessed with great gyms around Milwaukee, boxing in Milwaukee, and some training in beautiful Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Here's a guy who he wrestled for 12 years, Mike.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome to the Trigon, Robert Serna.
Robert Serna, set to make his bare knuckle debut from Corpus Christi, Texas, now fighting out of Beeville, Texas. First fight since November 30th of 2018, just a day shy of 3.5 years ago. In professional boxing from 2013 to 2018, he was 4-0-1.
And here's a guy who at the age of 17 weighed 240 pounds.
Wow.
It's hard to believe that because, I mean, you don't see any sag there at all. I mean, 240 pounds, and now at the age of 35, he came in weighing 164.
Well, when we get to our main event of the night, we will talk about Monica Medina and the fact that Monica's son was doing jiu-jitsu every day, and she said, you know what, I'm tired of being a chubby mom. So she went to do it, and now she's ripped and she's a great athlete, and she said, I just got tired of it, so I went ahead and I started jiu-jitsu.
And ever since they called her Phenomen Ma.
Yeah, I love it. Little equipment adjustment needed as Robert Serna makes his first entrance into the Trigon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this super middleweight bare knuckle bout is brought to you by Playmaker. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 167 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 win, 0 losses, and he fights out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He is the Italian Knuckles, Mattia Fonda! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 163 pounds. He is making his bare knuckle debut, and he fights out of Beeville, Texas. Introducing Robert Serna! Our referee in charge, Brandon Hughes.
All right, fighter. I want a good, clean fight. Listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch hands and hit the corner.
Brandon Hughes from New York City. That was a joke, see? Just try to accent. 5 3-minute rounds, super middleweight division. The southpaw, Robert Serna. The black with metallic silver gladiator trunks.
Fonda got him where he wants to, but it's Serna who's throwing the shorter shots.
Black, white, and gold trunks for the Reaper.
And that's what Serna has to do. He has to throw a lot of punches because you notice the body of Fonda. He's going to come straight ahead, and there's nothing's going to keep him from getting there except for a lot of shots by Serna.
Yeah, and even if he's sharp counterpunching, that would also negate the confidence of the shorter guy like Fonda. Fonda gaining confidence now.
Those are elbows that are landing.
Fonda was at light heavyweight when he made his debut back in December of last year.
And then Serna's also doing some work in there too. They both are, but I'm just not sure that's the place where Serna's going to be comfortable fighting the whole fight. You know, and this is the kind of fight Fonda wants. And like I said, although both seem to be having some success in there, I think over the long haul, if the fight stays in that kind of distance, it'll be more advantageous to Fonda. Serna's got to work more on keeping him on the outside, but it seems like Fonda's getting closer and closer.
Good uppercut. Serna said to us, Paulie and Benny, that he knows he needs to adjust to him being shorter, but that doesn't mean go dirty boxing with him. That just means changing levels.
Oh, big shot there landed by
Fonda.
Yeah,
Fonda's landing some heavy shots. There's that uppercut.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. I mean, that's that distance where Serna doesn't want to be. I mean, it's advantageous to Fonda to have the fight there, and he's going to try to keep it there now. Good uppercut try by Serna again.
And you see right there, Serna's trying to land that uppercut, but he's very loose in the way he's coming around. They're looping shots.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Mattia Fonda's no Jane Fonda. I mean, he's coming right down the pipe with some bad intentions.
Always a one-liner from this guy, right? No Jane Fonda. No, that's
okay, Henry Fonda, okay?
And now again, that plum. You see Fonda has that wrestling background, and he's starting to use that on the inside, and that's the other disadvantage for Serna. If he's close range, not only is he giving up his height, but he's also going to give Fonda a chance to do that dirty boxing.
And Serna's face is a mess right now. He's got a hematoma above the right eye, and then he's got a split over the left eye.
I like that uppercut he just landed, though. Good combination.
And, you know, for Serna, that uppercut is there, Paulie.
Yeah, and he keeps throwing it, but you're going to need him to follow up with more combinations behind it. Because Fonda is like a little tank, and that one uppercut, one shot at a time is not going to stop his confidence. He's landed a few times, and he just keeps coming forward through it.
Peter Fonda. Just throwing it out there for Mattia.
Good close to the round, though, by Serna. He's landed some good shots.
Serna came to fight, boy. He is not giving in at all.
Yeah, good round, good first round. I probably edged it a little bit towards Fonda, but Serna got himself back in the fight at the end of it. Again, though, I don't know if that range and that distance is going to be advantageous in the long haul. I mean, Fonda looks much more comfortable on the inside than does Serna. Ooh. And that was a big shot that was landed by Fonda. That was probably the best shot of the first round. That right hand Fonda landed, and that's the one that opened up that cut. And it landed clean and it landed hard.
And he's also got a hematoma inside the right eye.
Maybe we might get a... Oh, not yet. Thought we were maybe going to get a look at it.
Good battle, great start. Robert Serna, he has been with his wife Tiffany for 18 years. They have been married for 3 years. He is the southpaw, and he comes out swinging, but he just took a heavy counter.
And again, you see he's got the faster hands. But he moves his way inside as he's throwing those punches. I don't know why. You can throw those kind of combinations from where you are, from your distance. You don't have to close that gap if your opponent isn't really backing up. He's giving up his height, and Fonda was able to counter with a sharp hook there about 20 seconds ago.
We're talking about 11-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
Serna enjoys that, and he's not using it. God made you tall for a reason. You got to use it.
That's it.
And you know, sometimes the guy doesn't have the ability, but he does have the ability. There's some good shots there, and that's what he wants. I mean, Fonda does good work on the inside, but what you want to do is you want to make Fonda earn that distance, earn his right to be on the inside. You don't want to just give it to him. Because now on the inside here, Fonda's going to be much more comfortable. He's got that wrestling background. There's a break here.
Yeah, make him pay the price. Make him pay the price every time he comes in there.
Fonda just trying to bull his way in and close the distance. Again, he ate a couple of good punches there.
Good counters there by Serna. Fonda undeterred, but again, it's the scoring shots of Serna. Serna's having himself a better round.
And Serna's a very skilled guy, Paul. Make no mistake about it, but he's got to stay that way.
Yeah.
But fight from the distance. Don't fight the fight that Mattia wants to fight.
I think he's doing a better job this round of it, because even on the inside, maybe Fonda's a little bit tired. He's not as active on the inside as he was in round one.
Those tough weight cuts.
And, you know, eventually that gets to you. Having to cut that much weight.
Serna is 35 years old. He has 3 amazing children, as he told us. Jaslyn is 14, Genesis 4. His son, Dionisio, is 1. And he said he wants to fight until his son can corner him. Okay, his son is 1 year. Like, if I'm Robert Serna, I'm hoping my son can corner me at age 6.
Boy, there's a nasty swelling above the right eye of Fonda. We'll see if that opens up.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the uppercuts that Serna's landed with that left hand.
Look at that uppercut now.
That right there is boxing technique, body.
Yeah, and Fonda's less responsive. Now he's starting to... Oh,
now he's using his leg.
The mouth guard just left.
Now he's using his leg. You can see the skill, the boxing skill of Robert Serna.
Yeah, Fonda's worse for wear right now, man. He's getting tired.
Serna is fighting his fight now, Mike. He is absolutely executing it perfectly. He's throwing punches from a distance.
Yep.
He's back. He finally backed up Fonda. Fonda's going down. Fonda overwhelmed.
Yep.
at the end of that round, you could just see Serna working his way back into the fight. And Fonda looks the worst for wear going back to the corner. He looks exhausted and tired here. Some of that action at the end of that round. You saw Fonda slowly, you can kind of see the sand draining out of the hourglass of Fonda as he was less responsive. And here, right at the end of the round, he just ran out of ideas. I don't know why he didn't just hold. Usually he's grabbing and wrestling anyway, but you can also do that in a defensive way, not just in an offensive way. It's like he almost felt like if he couldn't do it in an attacking way, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to hold. You know, he didn't hold at all, and he almost ended up getting himself stopped there. Turn his back.
Great technique being showcased now by Robert Serna. Looking to finish this fight right here, right now.
And you know,
this is the war.
I may sound crazy for saying this, Paulie, but I think what Serna's got to do now is attack that body. Go to the body of Fonda.
Yeah, I don't know why he gave Fonda a chance to get in there, and Fonda's grown in confidence. He landed a couple of shots there.
I don't think we need to add anything to that.
And again, what Serna's got to do is remind himself he's tall. He's got 11-inch reach advantage. Use that and get out of there after you land those shots. Move around laterally.
I'll tell you what, if somebody lands a body shot right now, it might end the fight.
Right.
Both of these guys are starting to get the worst for wear. They're starting to get arm weary.
Even tired. From Fonda, even that beard's heavy.
If there's a body shot landed right now, it might hurt Benny.
See right there, look at that body.
There it is, yep.
And Fonda finally goes down.
Body shot.
It was a body shot, yep.
I mean, it just seems so obvious right there, Mike, that if he goes to that body, it's there. Look at him.
Yeah, and this is a war. This is all heart for both guys. Fonda doesn't look like he wants much more. Let's see if Serna can convince him to get out of the fight, or if Fonda has one less hurrah left in him.
The Reaper trying to stay in it.
I mean, this is a battle of attrition. This is crazy.
This is the Trigon.
It is.
This is BYB Extreme.
If Serna goes to the solar plexus, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, I think either guy, to tell you the truth. Fonda definitely looks tired. His body language doesn't look good either. And there's a body shot.
There's that body shot.
What a fight.
What a performance by Robert Serna.
Right in that solar plexus.
Yep. Shuts the body down, doesn't it, Benny?
That's
it is all over. Robert Serna, victorious in his BYB debut.
What a battle. This was some battle. I'll tell you, this was
After a really treacherous round one that Serna took.
I mean, Mike, Paulie, the way this fight turned around was amazing.
Yeah,
you know, it's almost like Serna had to get the message, the memo. You're tall. You got 11-inch reach advantage. Fight from the distance and throw shots.
Yeah, like our buddy Antonio Tarver like to say, some guys you can make quit and some guys you got to knock out. Well, Robert Serna showed that you got to knock him out. You're not going to make him quit. He overcame a lot of negativity in that first round and even a lot of that second round and really fought his way back into the fight and took the will out of Mattia Fonda, who fought a good fight himself, a really exciting fight, back and forth action, but you could just see the sand running out of the hourglass of Fonda as the fight wore on.
And Mike and Paul, here's a question I got to ask you. I mean, you look at the body of Fonda. It's a very muscular body, which in combat sport is not necessarily an advantage.
Nope. Yeah, especially in a cardiovascular sport like boxing, like stand-up fighting. You know?
You got to get that blood pumping all those muscles, and it can suck your gas tank really quickly. Look great coming off the bus, but when the gas runs out, the bus doesn't run very well.
Yeah, fighters that look like Superman fight like Superman.
There's the body shot combination there, and that ended the fight. I mean, Fonda just Had nowhere else to go.
But make
See,
no
again,
mistake.
Creating distance there.
There's that body shot.
Yep.
Yeah, smart to create distance, and then he landed the 2 body shots and overwhelmed them.
4th straight southpaw that Fonda has fought. But make no
Right
mistake,
hook.
the
There's a
Reaper
right
is
hook
one
to the body,
tough
and there's
dude.
a little uppercut inside. To both to the body.
You know, that's where the largest organism in the body is right there.
Yeah.
Boy, that takes a shot and that shakes it.
Here we go again.
There it
Good
is.
body shot there,
There
and
it
then
is.
right uppercut to the solar plexus. The head shots were elementary. He's going down for the body shots already.
You know, and it's that delayed response, you know, when you feel that shot.
Yeah, especially when you're exhausted. It's the last thing you want to feel is a body shot.
It's 1-2, and the body shuts down. The fight is over. Great character, great grit from the Reaper. Defeated tonight by Robert Serna to make it official, Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brandon Hughes calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring your winner by TKO, Robert Serna!
Robert Serna by TKO.
I wasn't expecting all this shit either, man. God damn.
Fight of the night, indeed, at this point.
And you love the good sportsmanship of both guys there, man. You know, really chatting it up there. So, like, they're telling each other how tough the fight was.
But you talk about ring IQ, to change the whole plan, and change the whole complexion of a fight. And a guy's been inactive.
I gotta be honest, Benny, I didn't like the fact that he was trying to will himself to win the fight. I wanted him to show more technique, maybe keep the fight more on the outside, but he literally fought his way through the negativity and then fought his way to the stoppage. I wouldn't have agreed with the technique, but man, it made it so much more exciting. And that's why I'm out here with you guys. And Robert Serna's in there.
3.5-year layoff, but a victory for Robert Serna. I'll tell you what, Bob and Claudia, what a fight.
Absolutely, Goldie. Absolutely, and I'm just going to do
I agree.
everything was against Serna. The inactivity, his age. He was busy just making ends meet, trying to get dates. And this was, in his mind, going to give him a second life to his boxing career. And he did it in the grandest way. And I totally agree with you guys, and Bob and I just discussed it here. In the 1st round, we didn't think this was going to last a lot or go any further than that. And yet, he got a 2nd win and a 3rd, and he took it by a technical knockout.
Well, I tell you, this fight was everything that BYB is all about. Pure action, heart, guts, blood, everything.
Grit.
Punches landed, grit. I mean, you got to give credit to Mattia Fonda for coming out so fast, controlling the 1st round. But then it was Serna who took over late in the 2nd round using his reach. He was fighting Mattia Fonda's fight in the 1st round. Then at the end of the 2nd round, he started fighting Serna's fight. He used his reach, he used his jab, he set up the combinations, and then those devastating body shots. That's what really finished it off. But man, what a great fight.